around.
Beautiful.
Kind of looks like a portal. Not just kind of. That is a portal. We can also go to the cave. Stones of the arch emit a revolting, high-pitched shriek. In response to these vibrations, particles of ash and grit under your feet float upward. They gather together and violently twist themselves into a whirlwind, the heart of which is an ember of magic flame ignites. The fire becomes brighter until you see a strange city inside the flames, featuring aerial spires, staircases that lead into the void, and streets entangled in a way that contradicts any logic or common sense. You see buildings that seems to be caught in an endless loop of crumbling and rebirth from ruin, islands that float in the ether, and alleyways that disappear and reappear again in a different location a few moments later. The city is reminiscent of a grimacing clown, one that makes mocking faces and changes its expression every second. Here and there you see other glints of light flashing onto the city streets. After you look closer, you realize the lights radiate from other arches, similar to the one before you. The gold coin with Baphomet's mark, which you found on Darazan's body, reacts to the revolting sound by vibrating. The coin appears to be an enchanted item set to resonate magically with the Ark, possibly serving as a tool of some sort. Let's figure out what we are seeing. That's better. You notice the entire city appears to be littered with an intricate network of portals, with the archers serving as artifacts allowing you to access the alien network. Interacting with the archers seemed to require formulating a clear request in your mind, at which point the magic will transfer you to another portal along the network. Let's try to understand why we can't move to the other archers. It's quite obvious that the strange construct was not designed for mundane use, only transporting users to specific archers that they are allowed to visit. It's likely that some kind of this system of magical marks is used, quite possibly shaped into tangible objects to provide access to various archers. Before you get one such token, all the destination points will be close to you. Let's determine the arch origin. The stones are cut in quite a rough manner, while the magical symbols appear to be drawn without too much diligence. It's quite unlikely that the architect of such an intricate network would have demonstrated such a lack of finesse. By all appearance, this arch is handmade, somehow connected to the web of portals and illicitly used for personal gain. Let's identify the place we're seeing. So I guess it would be Elushinira. Judging by its surreal architecture, its chaotic conglomeration of houses right in the middle of the street, by the large number of islands that hover in the air or float in random directions, what you see is some kind of demonic city. Let's touch the whirlwind. The magic engulfs your body, drips down your skin, makes you feel slightly tingly. The vibrations become wilder, reverberating within your body, with a nauseating echo. You feel like a boulder set in the cup of a catapult, ready to be flung at any moment. Let's try to use it. You need special talisman coins to use Elushinira's portal network. So I guess that looks very nice. And I was right, it is Elushinira. Quite the cool map. And it also means that the coin we found is being used for that arch here. So that was Darazan's work, I guess. Let's just have a look around if there's anything here. Otherwise we will just go into the cave. Run, my friends. I don't think there's anything interesting here. Just a bit of sports. Running around. Still half of the party's bloodied. Anyway. It kind of feels that like they are... Evu's bigger. Nice. I think it's cause she's leveling up alongside us. Yeah, not so small anymore.
Should I?
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Off into the cave. Into the skull. What's this lead to? Here we don't have the crystals, right? Deep grooves, seemingly left by a giant hand, furiously scratching at the stone. Is it a mine? These half-rotten remains of a giant are missing an arm. This one was probably mutilated while he was still alive. Ah, Suture. What is he doing here? Here's some muttering coming from the pile of bones. Gone. They're all gone. Left me with nothing. It's searching, but there's not even a trace. A larger giant skull shakes. An old acquaintance of yours, the dredge called Suture, climbs out from under it, grumbling and groaning. He notices you, he blinks. Then he says in a tone of extreme melancholy, Oh, it's you. What are you doing here, Suture? Can't you see for yourself? I've been browsing decorations for my newest luxurious palace with a view of Ishia's best breeches. Dredge mumbles. Then, without missing a beat, he says wistfully, I was on my way to see Mistress Arilu, but I can't teleport when I'm like this. Every lousy Brimmerer can do it, but I can't. All I could do was read the Midnight Fane and slip into the rift. Now I can't go no further. So I've been searching for portal keys. For the portal. Obviously. Is Arilu around here somewhere? You're funny, lad, are you? The demon grunts. My mistress. She's like the wind. One moment she's here, and the next she's gone. But she loves coming to Lush. To the Abyss. I would have found her by now. If I could get out of here. What exactly is this place here? It's a little burrow dug by the Baphomet's rat in the mansion of the illustrious Lady Nocticula. The Suture grimaces. A farmer burrow, that is. Once I visited the place with my mistress Arilu, on business, and this place was abuzz with life. The slaves were working, the slave riders were tormenting them, and Hafsimura was choking the life out of both. You know Hafsimura, do you? Nasty horn-headed Nephilim, and Baphomet's daughter to boot. Now there's no one here. As soon as I saw you, I knew right away why they all fled. Oh, nice. Demons are fleeing us. Where exactly did all these bones come from? They belong to the giants who used to work here in these mines. You don't think Baphomet's minions dug the rocks with their own hands, do you? This mine was depleted first, so they converted it into a dump. Every time an enslaved giant died, they dumped the carcass here. I'm here to find the source of the Nahyndrian crystals. Do you know anything about it? Well, you just found one. Good for you. Suture sweeps his head in a wide circle. This is the mine where they used to dig the crystals. It was long ago. They depleted it, and they left. So it's something you can find in mines. So the crystals can simply be mined like any regular mineral. Simply enough, but not that simply. The Suture grunts. They can be mined, alright, but the crystals are very rare and extremely expensive. That's all I know. I doubt that. I want to roll inside. Are there many other mines like this? There are several more on this island, as far as I could see. They all must have been depleted too. Baphomet's gang wouldn't have left this place if they had even a slim chance of finding more crystals. As for there being more mines elsewhere, I don't know. How long have demons known the secret of the crystals? What's the secret you're talking about? Those crystals can be used in many ways. If you're talking about magic powers that can be extracted from a crystal and poured into a demon, no one could ever do it before my mistress. Even now, only a select few know how to do it. My mistress, Lords Baphomet and Deskari are no fools to share that kind of knowledge with the entire Abyss. Everything is clear to me now. Sounds a bit like an overstatement. So quick to understand, aren't we? Let's ask about the portal keys and just... Yeah, it's basically just about the key and the portals. I mean, so far he was kind of more helping us than not, so kill him. I have to go.
You know what? You better look around really closely. Maybe you'll find a key. A portal key. It looks like a faded piece of glass. But if it's filled with power, it'll shine purple. Walk around too. Search some more.
You're not walking, my friend. But that's okay. Giant's bones look like they have been gnawed on. Some loot. Stone is gouged and crumbled, and traces of glowing purple dust can be seen in several places. Key to the Nexus portals. Flat piece of clouded crystal with traces of purple dust on it. We found one.
I can handle it.
That was easy, and I wonder why he didn't find it. Was this just another ruse? And I can't even tell him about the one I found. That feels like, once again, stuff Irilu is orchestrating to do for us to do. Maybe even Sucha hit that one. I wouldn't be too surprised. Let's go up here. Yeah, we can go to the Midnight Fane. Though I expect we can't reach through there. Oh, we can. Interesting. Just back to where we came from. Then, let's go. Let's go back. How exciting.
Beautiful.
Ooh, there's a succubus. Dying one, currently. It seems incredible. The deformed succubus body still contains a flicker of life. As you approach, she opens her eyes. Her lips, crusted with blood, release a groan.
You, Baphomet's spawn. Run through your portal. You run too, Aasimar. You think you're strong, but Our Lady in Shadow is stronger. She will get her revenge. Anyway.
She examines her wounds with the dispassionate eye of a healer and whispers under his breath. Major blood loss. The puncture wounds are too deep and blood is filling her body cavities. Commander, I've means to ease her pain. It's too late to try and save her, but we can spare her suffering. We can heal her? Even though we still have the option to heal her? Let's heal her to get some information. You may be a demon, but I can't stand aside and watch you suffer. Oddly, the healing powers have no visible effect. She just moans, slightly shakes her head, and stares at you with her dull green eyes. Okay. Let her go painlessly, Sosiel. A small bottle appears in Sosiel's hands. You give the succubus just a small drop from it, but her eyes immediately close, and her breathing slows, and finally ceases. Anyway. Could have talked with her, I guess. The clerics look at the demon's body with sadness, and if is it not a reviled enemy lying at his feet. I wasn't sure it would work. Demon bodies are built differently from those of humans. It seems like it did the job. She didn't suffer. Seems it was like a poison.
Let's see what we can do.
Expected something more like a sedative. So like the demon lords have like a very loose arrangement. Sometimes are cooperating and sometimes not that much. Another key. The mine shafts descend to an incredible depth. There are depleted veins and empty ducts as far as the eye can see. Yes, it really is quite deep. Interesting that this is just basically the carcass of another demon lord. I wonder what kind of crystals that is. What crystallized of a body. And I mean, how does it even transform into land, earth, whatever? Very odd. So, let's go. It seems like we lost our other companions. I hope they're doing fine. Why are they not... Why didn't they come with us? I still can't use it. So I need talisman coins. Something. Let's talk with the inheritor. The head of the inheritor. Let's talk to Iomedae. Yeah. Regarding our mission. I'm listening, champion. I have reason to believe that the Nahyndrian crystals were mined right here, in the mines. The angel flexes his wings. So, the source of our troubles, these powerful crystals, can be mined from the soil of the abyss, as if they were just ordinary minerals. I was convinced that the secret of their origin must be more complicated and nefarious. This new knowledge terrifies me. There are half-dozen mines in the vicinity. Those mines are huge. The largest was abandoned just recently, it seems. How many crystals did the demons manage to mine? How many monsters with mythic powers did they manage to create? We must find out. You know the name of the person who was in charge of the mines? Aasimar. Aasimar herself. Anger rings in the hand of the inheritor's voice. I know her. She's an old and dangerous adversary, a Nephilim, spawn of Baphomet herself. Yes, I now see it. The path we have stepped onto is dangerous. It is the right one. The demons you have encountered before, even Darazand, which is officers in the Abyssal Army, with Aasimar as a true priestess of the spawn of chaos and evil. I'm not surprised that she is behind the secret of these cursed crystals, and I dread to think what she's capable of doing with them. Dying succubus told me about the conflict between Nocticulars and Baphomet servants. I'm not all surprised. The alliance between demon lords are usually fragile. They break like a spider's web in the wind. However, the discord between our enemies can work to our advantage, no matter how repellent it is for me to even countenance. We must learn more about what is going on. What if I try to use my powers to open these old portals? Alas, that is unlikely to work. These portals are like the sea and Dresden. They cannot simply be swept away. If you use that method, you will either destroy them for good, or open the path, but not to a place where the portal initially led, where our quarry fled. I've got a key to the portal that the demons who mined the crystals apparently used to leave this place. Let me take a look at it. The angel examines the flat piece of clouded crystal. I think I know how this key works. As soon as you finish exploring the mines, I shall open the portal. I've learned everything I wanted to know in this place. It's time to open the portal and press on. Then let us begin the pursuit at once. The hand of the inheritor exclaims fervently. So we're just not using the portal. Kinda odd. Oh boy. The portal begins to glow brightly. The hand of the inheritor gestures forward, his hands clenched into a fist. Onward, where this road may lead us. Doesn't it sound kind of dangerous to take a literal angel into the abyss, walking around in a city? After approaching the portal, the angel freezes. Heavens above, just look at that. I see the pattern of sky-piercing spires and steep domes set against the midnight sky. This is Elushinira, the damned city of Nocticular. That's where our enemies were heading. You think quick, huh? Well, I'm quicker. Did Suta try to attack the angel? The angel's blade is just a moment too late to touch the skin of the demon, who rushes into the portal. That cunning creature has stolen our key. The portal is inactive again. I swear, even the lowest of the abyssal creatures are disgusting and despicable. Damn you, Suture. Let's activate the portal. I've got the second key. The demon's plots cannot stop us, but we're still having much success in countering them. That is why we must make haste and move onward. This portal leads to Lushinira. What could this mean? It means that we will be looking for a particular clutch of demons among the thousands of their kind. Lushinira is a real demonic metropolis. It's huge and macabre. It is a little safer, or rather a little less dangerous, than the other corners of the abyss. Lady Nocticula loves having visitors, including those from other planes. She does not like it if her guests are dying every day in her city. But if it happens quietly and without too much attention, Blackheart won't even skip a beat. We must be twice, even thrice as careful in this nest of sin. Let's go. Let me tell you something, champion. We're going to Lushinira, the city of cunning and seduction. As sad as I am to admit it, we are unlikely to fight our enemies and the Nahyndrian crystals they took without the aid of the denizens of this hideous place. If Aasimar has something to do with all of this, we'll need another demon that matches our powers. We will need to find a way to make contact with one of the city's rulers. On that point, we now know that there's a conflict brewing between Nocticula and Baphomet. Will not be welcome in this dark place, but I've prepared for that. Angel seems truly proud of his plan. Will cast a spell myself so that not a single denizen of this place whose soul is devoted to evil will be able to see or hear me. Invisible, I will be able to follow you and protect you from all dangers and temptations of this place as best I can. The demons will be unaware of my presence. Now, let us go, by the light and the sword. Sounds like a very cool trick, especially in the abyss.